My name is Dan Roshan. I'm a local real estate agent here in the area, and I specialize in helping for sale by owners like you get more money than you could with our services than you could on your own. Now, I'm not going to tell you today that you should hire an agent. Instead, what I'm going to do is to share with you some things that you may not be aware of. Because certainly you already know that taking on the task of selling your home is a big one. And there may be some things that might be in your blind spots that you may be unaware of. I want to show you one example of how I can make you much more money. And you do want more money, right? Okay. So let me talk to you about closing costs for the buyer. Why should you care about closing costs for the buyers? Well, many sellers think that they only have to pay for their own costs. Yet, as you view this video, you'll realize that there's much more into it. In the majority of the time, even in today's market, the sellers end up paying the buyer's closing costs. So in the United States, on average, it's about a little bit less than $6,000 that the buyers have to pay for closing costs. In DC, 26,000 almost. Maryland, about 12,000. In Virginia, it's pretty close behind that as well. So again, why should you care? Well, here's the reason why that matters to you. It matters to you because, as you can see on my screen here, these are the areas in Arlington, Fairfax, all the way to Virginia, to Prince George's, Maryland, and the areas around the Washington, D.C. area. And what you'll see here is these are homes that most recently sold. And I can just go in here. I'll pick a big one here. Let's take that $1.3 million home. That's that $25,000 that you would see that you have to pay in D.C. that the sellers paid for the buyer's closing costs. So in other words, the sellers paid that to the buyers. And I know that you're probably thinking right now, say, well, I'm not going to pay the buyer's closing costs. I wouldn't do that. Understood. Yet, this is in Upper Marlboro, Maryland, 733, $20,000 right there. The sellers of this sold in 0 days this sold. And the sellers there ended up paying $22,000 towards the buyer's closing costs. Here's Alexandria, Virginia. You can see in Alexandria, Virginia, sellers paid $8,866 towards the closing costs. Now, how can you avoid that? You can avoid that by using a company that can provide a benefit to the buyers so that the buyers don't have to ask you for that closing cost. There's a product that I have as a Keller Williams Realty agent that I can offer to the buyers on your behalf if they do a transaction with a Keller Williams agent, meaning they don't have to have a Keller Williams agent representing them, but when you have one representing you, even if it is at a lesser commission than what you expect to pay, the buyers don't have to pay any lender closing costs, no lender fees right there. They don't have to pay a large amount in their interest rates, and they get $1,000 back in their closing to them. So instead of you paying, $8,700, $8,900, instead of you paying $12,000, instead of you paying $5,900, the lender will credit that to the buyer, and then you can put that money in your pocket. When we meet, I will show you precisely how I can put that extra money in your pocket, and you'll end up actually making more money than you can selling on your own. Thanks for taking the time to watch this video. I look forward to helping you and getting you the most amount of money in your pocket. Talk to you soon.